Hello friends, and welcome to the this week's question and answer session. And as you know, I'll be taking your comments which you have made in the last 1 week on my videos, and I'll try to answer those questions. And as I say, the contents of this video or the other videos in this channel are dedicated to you people who are the viewers of the channel. I'll start with some of the questions that people who are preparing for undergraduate exam have asked. So some advices for NEET UG students, please. I'll try to make dedicated videos for those students as well, but in a short span of time, let me tell you that this is rather a lucky period that most of the questions are coming from the NCRTs, okay? And half of the weightage is given to biology. So if you read extensively the NCRT biology, read it multiple times, practice questions from the NCRT book multiple times, practice as many test papers as you want, you are sure to get a good rank, okay? And again, for physics and physical chemistry, it's important to understand the concepts, but it's more important to use those concepts to solve the problems of physics and physical chemistry, and for that matter, even organic chemistry. Solving questions, previous year questions, and other practice questions which you may be having from your coaching material or from different test series. Solving problems, applying the formulae, applying the concepts to practice is what is important. See, that ensures that you sharpen your skills, and that also ensures that you know the skill of time management, okay? So in an exam, you'll be given 1 minute or even sometimes less than that to solve a particular question. But for biology, it's not a problem. You either know the answer, you don't know the answer. These are the two only options. You don't take more than 20 seconds to answer a biology question, right? But for physics and chemistry, it is extremely important you practice and you tackle each and every type of problem. See, it's not that every question is new. Every concept is already in the book. There are so many examples from each concept. So practice those so extensively that when you encounter a problem in the exam, you know this is from this chapter, from this phenomena, from this particular subtitle. You immediately apply those concepts and solve it in 1 minute or the time that's allotted to you. So one is that. So read NCRT texts, practice previous year questions, practice test papers extensively. This will train you for the exam day, okay? I'll try to make dedicated videos for you guys as well. Now, coming to the second question, Happy New Year, of course. Happy New Year to you too. It's been 3-4 days since then. Okay, now this person, Anubhav Dote, has got a rank, has been selected in NEET and is expected to get some private medical college. Now he's asking, should he drop again or should he join that private medical college, and subsequently he wants to improve, he wants to read good in MBBS and then get a postgraduate or super specialization from good institutes, the government institutes. See, I'll tell you, if that institute is, it costs you many lakhs, even a crore rupees, I don't think it's worth it unless you're from a multimillionaire family. But if it's a seat that is partly funded by government, it's not a management quota seat from that institute, you have to pay just a few lakhs, maybe a lakh per year or 2 lakhs per year. It's still manageable. 10-20 lakhs, it's manageable. But that said, if you are if you're sure that you don't want to take a break, you want to continue with the MBBS at that college, of course it doesn't make a difference in the long run. As long as you study hard, whichever course you're doing, from whichever college you're doing, if you work hard, if you read well, if you work hard, of course you will get another chance. You'll get a chance in PG level, you'll get another chance in super specialty level. And in the long run, I don't think it makes a difference. I have seen people who have done MBBS from private medical college, subsequently post-graduation from AIIMS and PGI, and even DM and AIIMS. I have known some of my senior colleagues like that, okay? The other question, this person is something, encyclopedia. He's getting 618 marks, some 12,000 rank in Rajasthan. Should he join a state medical college or an AIIMS, a peripheral AIIMS? See, I've already made a video on this. The idea is that you have to take into consideration the institute, that particular state medical college, how big it is, or how long it has been working. See, if there's a good medical college that is operational for more than 50 years, has all the departments, has all the faculty, has a reputation, that is better than a peripheral AIIMS which has been established maybe from a few years. But another point you'll have to take into consideration as far as your state is concerned, that is bond. If your state has a bond, it's better to join another AIIMS, because AIIMS you don't have a bond. And you also have that name, for the namesake, you're from an All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Okay, so take into consideration the state medical college that you get. Is that a big enough college in a good city? If not, and if there's a bond especially, then join peripheral AIIMS. Now, coming to the questions from the people who are already in their MBBS, third year MBBS, they want to know the resources. I've already made a separate video a few days back that third year MBBS, I believe, is the most important year now, especially after the introduction of this next scheme, which is supposedly to happen in 2023. So you can check that video for the resources as well. And as far as the coaching is concerned, I didn't attend any coaching myself, but these days, because you're having these online platforms, which means you don't have to go to Delhi or some other place to attend coaching. See, otherwise what used to happen, people from all over places would go to dams and all places in Delhi. They leave their home. They live in quite unhealthy conditions in very congested areas of Delhi, then attend these coaching, and which is too costly as well. But nowadays you're having these online platforms. I haven't seen many of these platforms myself, but they have to be of the same standard. One cannot be markedly better than other. Okay, they have to be of the same standard. So yes, okay, you can join any of these platforms, and the most important thing is that you have to understand the coaching is meant for two reasons. One, if it helps you to be more disciplined, if they have a schedule and you follow that schedule and you complete something in time. Second, to solve your problems of difficult questions. There will be areas which you don't understand yourself from the book, and which of course somebody, so a faculty in that coaching center might help you do that. Otherwise, other than that, and third part is of course test series, which is very important. Other than that, I don't think you would have any benefit from that. About community medicine, how to study, I have already mentioned in that video on third year MBBS that community medicine, there are two textbooks. The textbook by Park, okay, and second is that beautiful review book by Vivek Jain. You can read as much as you want from Park, but definitely memorize that whole book by Vivek Jain. I myself had spent more time on Vivek Jain in my third year MBBS than the Park. Actually, I found it very boring and I didn't like that book as such. But that's the standard text everybody follows. So remember and memorize that Vivek Jain book. That will help you in your third year MBBS professional exam. That will be a huge help in your NEET PG, in your INI-CET, whichever the exam it is. And yes, community medicine is a big time important subject in these postgraduate entrance exams. How do you deal with clinical subjects in third year MBBS? I again encourage you to watch that video on third year MBBS, how to approach that. But this is a beautiful moment for you to learn clinical skills. Read the clinical examination books. I would encourage you to read either Hutchinson or MacLeod. I personally prefer MacLeod, and I preferred that ML Saha book on bedside of surgery. So read those texts, go to your wards and practice those cases in the wards. That's very important, because you have to develop your skills as well, in addition to the textbook knowledge and information that you have. In addition, I've told you that you have to read Harrison and Bailey starting from the third year. So once you're posted in your ward, once you see, for example, you go to a surgery ward and you find a case of obstructive jaundice, it's always it's beautiful if you go back home and read from a standard text the concept of obstructive jaundice. Or for that matter, if you go to medicine ward and you find patient of heart failure, read heart failure from Harrison. So you won't find so much of time in your future ahead. And if you read hard in third year MBBS, you will be at ease in final year MBBS, because you'll have to appear for the next at the end of the final year. Okay. And what about INI-CET 2022 July strategy? I will try to make a separate video on that. But here a brief tip. See, if you are a dropper in the sense that you have already appeared in the November session, you were not selected, please focus on the subjects that you feel you're weak. Attend a full 19 subject test paper, okay? Do multiple such test papers. You will come to know which areas are weak. For example, you find that your anesthesia part is weak, your pharmacology is weak, your forensic medicine is weak. Please finish those subjects first, and then revise the rest of the things that you're already strong at or you already have revised them, for example medicine or surgery. So because there are 4 or 5 months till the exam, so start with the subjects that are weak, then revise the subject that are already strong, and then a third revision for everything. And in the meantime, practice questions, practice the grand tests, all the 19 subjects plus the subject wise tests. I'll come up with a separate video on this. And then Sharath is asking for a 6-year course of DM neurology. Yes, there are these courses, 6-year courses at NIMHANS. I have some colleagues there. I'll try to make up a video on that. So this finishes the Q&A session for today. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and do like and share the contents of this channel. Thank you.